Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening all. Good evening. Very good evening everyone. Good evening and welcome to day 1 of our C++ Masterclass. Good evening. Good evening all. Very good evening everyone. Good evening dear participants. Welcome to our first day, day 1. Can I get some good evenings and some emojis like fire emojis in chat box? So please keep these sessions interactive. Please post comments in the chat box and let us have the next 21 days entertainable as the same way we'll also learn a lot. Good evening everyone, very good evening, and it is good to see the responses in chat box. Thank you all and good evening. Thanks for joining for our day 1 session. Good evening. Very good evening everyone. Welcome everyone, welcome dear participants, good evening and thanks for the response. And are you guys excited to start with C++? Day 1, can we start? Can I get some response? Even more in chat box. Good evening all, very good evening. Good evening. Yeah, are you guys excited? Can we start? Can we start with day 1? Yeah, so let us start with day 1 once again. Good evening and welcome to day 1 of our C++ Masterclass. And I welcome you all on behalf of PantecheLearning. So before starting our session, we Pantech founded on 2004 and we share our 20 years of expertise via edutech platforms. And our goal is to help 10 million students learn technology in an easy way. And we provide products and services in edutech domains, and we have 100 plus direct presence in states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And we have 350k followers on social media. You can see our YouTube channel, and we have 10k community members and a lot more. You guys are welcome, very welcome to join the Pantech family. Welcome you all to this. And we also collaborate, like we have Intel FLK technology partner, custom product design, development boards, online offline internship and trainings, FDPs and STTPs. Also, we have a lot of masterclass. We are well known for it. We have courses and masterclass on Python programming, advanced Python programming, Python full stack, machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, generative AI, Java programming, Java full stack, React JS, web development full stack, embedded systems, IoT using Raspberry Pi, computer vision using OpenCV, image processing with MATLAB, artificial intelligence with MATLAB, MATLAB Simulink, EV design using MATLAB, renewable energy design, Amazon Web Services, and now we are moving into our C++, and it's a new addition to our family, and I welcome you all guys. And talking about this masterclass, this 21 days, let us have some introductions about what all things you have to do, what all things you have to follow, what's the procedure. So this is a 21 days industrial learning activity, and it is an online YouTube live session, and you can mark your clock, okay? And if you invest 45 minutes daily, you will become a master of C++ programming. You will be very clear with basics. I can assure you, I can give you the assurance. So it's up to you. So you have to invest 45 minutes daily. You will be becoming a master of C++ programming. And you will be getting e-certificate on webinar participation certificate if you attend these, as well as you also have to provide attendance. So how to mark your attendance in YouTube live session? So this is important. I don't want you guys to miss every session, as well as you also want to provide the attendance which will mark your presence. At the same time, by the end, you will also getting your certificate. So during the live class, the organizer will be posting the Google form link in live chat only. So please keep an eye. I'll also keep an eye on the class. I'll be telling you guys if the attendance link is posted in chat box. I'll be giving you hints that the attendance link is available, so you can mark it. So the link will be available during the live session, and from the live class date, the live video will be removed from YouTube in 3 days. So that's your time for marking the attendance, as well as if you want to watch the class, you can utilize in this way. And why this 21 days learning plan? I hope you haven't heard this or not. So it is a hack for your brain. So it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. And if you want to make a new habit of learning, you can join our 21 days learning plan. And why we need to go with C++? This particular time we are in the end of February, right? So after 21 days, we will be moving into the financial year end, which is March. And after that, there are a lot of companies will be recruiting. Okay, so if you have a certificate and if you have very good basic knowledge in C++, you will be preferred by a lot of recruiters. So yeah, so it takes 21 days time for you to make a habit. So if you create a habit, you will be very successful in your career as well. So follow our learning plan. Please make sure you attend and watch and go through this process every day. So can we start with introduction of C++? Is it clear regarding this till now? What all procedures you have to follow? Can we start with C++ introduction? Yes guys, post some emojis, keep the chat box busy, interactive. Good evening everyone. And I hope there is some links on joining the WhatsApp group. So that is some support from our side. So please make sure you join. There will be a lot of support, updates will be provided for you. It will be easy for you to continue as well. Yeah. So what is C++? C++ is a powerful and versatile popular programming language that was developed by Jan Stroutstapp in 1980s as an extension of the popular C programming language. So C++ is actually an extension of C++. Sorry, C language is an extension of C programming language. It has been developed by Jan Stroutstapp in 1980s. And till now it is very popular, and why the reason we'll see. Okay, still now it is running very, like it is one of the very powerful and versatile programming language, which is very high competitive as well for other languages. So C++ gives programmers a high level of control over system resources and memory that makes it unique, as well as compared with C. It has been an extension with lot of new configurations like class and object-oriented programming has been integrated. What is that? If you are new, we'll be learning that, so don't worry about it. So if you wonder right now in real time what all applications we have, I don't know how many of you guys have heard about Unreal Engine, which is actually a gaming like creation site where you can download this and you will be having a 3D architectures where you can design and you can integrate and create games, and all these things are configured with the help of C++. The coding background it actually uses is C++. It is used to create games. And lot of real-time games which you play right now in nowadays, famous games are created in Unreal Engine. You can check about it. And if you know C++, you can work on this as well. Many people are interested towards games and all, right? Game building. Please check about this, and please make sure you learn all the basics with us. And not only that, embedded systems. In lot of embedded systems, the coding configurations has to be written in C++. In IoT devices, in creating database systems like MySQL, MongoDB and all has been created with the help of C++. Editing software like After Effects and all has been created with the help of C++. And if you know, Mars rovers and all has been launched by NASA, right? So with precision and without any room for error, it has been programmed and it is running successfully in C++. And talking about AI, if you are familiar with AI, you would have used with Python. Like say we have some framework like PyTorch, TensorFlow and all, which is basically written in C++. So it is only that it is the backbone. Okay, so it is the creator of AI. You can tell it in that way. So we have a wide range of applications, like from low level configuration, like in creating your system softwares and all, to high level configurations like having class and object, which is an advanced topics which helps you to reuse the code, and lot of like advantages is available with C++. So why you need to learn C++? It is the world's most popular programming language till now. C++ can be found in today's operating systems, graphical user interfaces and embedded systems as well. And it is an object oriented programming language which gives a clear structure to program and allows code to be reused, okay, lowering development costs and all. So this is a huge advantage. We'll be learning in this 21 days. We'll be discussing about the agenda as well. So what are the advantages of C++? We have seen introduction, we have seen application, why we need to learn. Some concept level advantage of C++ is it supports object-oriented programming, including encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. This may be new for you, we'll be learning that. So this allows developers, okay, to write modular code, reusable, that is easier to maintain and extend over time. And it has wide range of applications including system software, game development, embedded systems, scientific computing, etc. In real-time systems as well, C++ is well suited for developing real-time systems such as those found in automotive, aerospace, gaming industries, where this precise timing and responsiveness are critical, right? Crucial and critical in that spaces. And legacy, importantly, many existing software systems and libraries are written in C++. So making it necessary for developers to have proficiency in the language in order to maintain and extend these systems. So these are some of the advantage of C++. And I told you, right, it has been started as an extension of C in 1980s. What year are we now? We are in 2024. Till now it is one of the popular and competitive language. How it has survived, okay? So there are a lot of languages which came along with that, and you may not know its name as well. How C++ is surviving till now. Even though it has been evolved earlier, it keep on evolving itself, it keep on updated itself. For example, the first international standard, which was published in 1998, then a minor update was released in 2003. Then in 2011 they added numerous features and enlarged the standard library. In 2014 they provided some minor improvements over 2011's update, and in 2017, in 20, in 23 till now, okay, they are constantly updating it as well. So this is the one of the key feature for C++ to survive till now. And if you ask me what is the difference between C and C++, C++ was developed as an extension of C, and both languages almost have same syntax. But the advantage with C++ is it supports class and object, while C does not. Okay, so if you go to a lot of interviews right now, most people prefer you a language with object oriented programming, because it is what it is what preferred by the developers. So the main difference between C and C++ is it supports class and object while C does not. And since it has been an extension, they almost have same syntax. So if you know C, it will be easy for you to learn C++. If you don't know, don't worry at all. You can start it from scratch any day, and we'll start today. So is it clear till now regarding what all we have seen till now? Let's take a small break. And is this clear? Can we continue with the different levels of programming language? If you are a new beginner, we may need to understand how a program is actually executed, right? So can we continue? Yes, please post down some emojis in chat box. Can we continue with this? Is it clear regarding the advantages, applications of C++? Yeah. So moving towards the levels of programming language. Okay, so there are different levels. So if you consider you have your hardware available here, okay, so you can't directly execute your language to your hardware. So if you want to go through that, you have to follow your machine language, or you can write it in assembly language or some high level languages. But this code cannot be written directly and executed in a hardware. So how it is executed actually? So there are different levels of programming language. Let us understand one by one. So you have your hardware, which is your CPU, you have your memory, you have your executable codes available. Okay, so this has to perform the calculations or your code, and it has to proceed further. But how it is done? So one of the basic or the lowest level of programming language is machine language. Okay, so if you know machine language, you know, right? Machine language is actually composed of only two things, guys: zeros and ones. Okay, so every code is written with combination of zeros and ones, and it is mind blowing. And in earlier back days, they have used it to write code, and right now we can't actually learn it and write. It is very, very tough. A human can't do it very easily. So machine language is the lowest level programming language, consisting of binary code that a computer's CPU can directly execute. Okay, and comprising sequences of zeros and ones in different mixtures, machine language instruction corresponds to specific operation at the hardware level. Okay, and each instruction represents a fundamental operation such as data movement, arithmetic, or control flow. Okay, and this is machine language, which is composed of zeros and ones. And if you go one step further, you have something known as assembly language. So what is this assembly language? It is also a low level programming language that is a symbolic representation of computer's machine language. Okay, so it uses mnemonic codes and symbols to represent the machine instructions, making it more human readable than pure machine language. So each mnemonic corresponds to specific machine language instructions, and programs written in assembly language are called assembly code, and they are typically translated into machine code using an assembler. Since we can't directly write in machine language, it will be tough. Advanced version came, which is assembly language, which uses a lot of symbols, which is somewhat human readable, which uses some mnemonic and symbols. Okay, so whatever code you return or write in assembly language can be converted into machine language with the help of an assembler. So this assembler is responsible for that conversion, and whatever you write in assembly language is converted into machine language and executed in the hardware. So that's how it provides. Okay, some from assembly language into machine language into hardware with the help of an assembler. And right now, for example, this is what it does. So we have some mnemonics and symbols, and it is actually converted into machine language, and it is executed in the hardware or processor in the CPU directly. And this is also tough, and after that only which comes, which is high level languages. So there are some high level languages, for example, which are designed to be more user friendly, providing abstractions that are closer to human language and concepts. And these languages are characterized by their readability and ease of use, allowing programmers to write code in a more natural and abstracted manner. And examples of high level programming languages include Python, Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, Ruby, and many others. Clear about the different levels of programming language? So whatever you write in code, for example, you use Python or you use C or C++, the code is actually converted from high level language into assembly language, okay, using something known as compiler. So there is something called as compiler, which is helpful for you to convert, okay, your high level language into assembly language. And once you go into assembly language, you can convert it into machine language with the help of assembler. Clear? So let us see once again about the different levels of programming language. So starting with the machine language, it is the lowest level programming language consisting of binary code that a computer can execute. It is the basic level. Okay, so it can directly execute in the hardware with zeros and ones. And this machine language is a combination of zeros and ones, and an advanced step came after that is assembly language, which is also a low level programming. It uses symbolic representations instead of zeros and ones, and whatever you write in assembly language is actually converted into machine language. Okay, so it is converted into machine language with the help of assembler. So it will be like this, from assembly language into machine language. And this is also tough, so you can use some high level languages which are available right now. So some high level languages include C, C++, C Sharp, Java, Python, JavaScript, and all. So whatever code you write here is converted with the help of a compiler, okay, into assembly language, and from assembly language it is converted using an assembler into machine language. So is it clear till now regarding this? So I'll try to go further slowly. Is it clear regarding the levels of programming language? Any doubts till now? So the attendance link will be posted in chat box. Please wait, it will be posted by the end of the session anytime, so please follow through it. Is it clear regarding the levels of programming language? Clear? Can we continue with the agenda? Yeah, so this agenda is actually the plan for our next 21 days. It is going to be the pathway which we are going to follow, which is really important, right? So it is the steps we are going to take to learn the basics. So starting with day one, we are here in day one, learning about the introduction to C++. We'll also discuss the installation of C++ with VS Code, and we'll also move through syntax. And in day two, we'll be discussing about input, output, variables, data types, like numeric data types will be discussed on day 2. So if you have doubt, please post it in chat box. I'll be replying to it. And thanks for the comments. We'll go. On day 3, we'll be discussing about the remaining data types. On day 4, we'll be discussing about operations and operators in C++, namespaces, type definitions, other stuffs will be discussed on day 4. And in day 5, we'll be discussing about type conversion, output formatting, and some math functions, which is important. So with that, we'll also do some small projects to help you to understand and use it in a logical way. In day 6, we'll be discussing about, like till day 5, it will be a set of very basics, and starting towards day 6, we'll move towards something like, we'll go through the control statements, switch case, and ternary operators. In day 7, we'll be discussing about loops like for loop, while loop, do while loop will be discussed on day 7. In day 8, we'll be discussing about a coding challenge. So day 8, I am very interested and I want all of you guys to participate in that. Okay. So in that live session on day 8, I'll be having a lot of questions and I'll show the question and ask you to continue with it. At the same time, I'll also be solving it. So like in interviews, they are giving some coding challenges and all, right? So we'll be discussing that on day 8. Please mark that date. In day 9, we'll be starting with arrays, okay? Array concepts. And day 10, we will be discussing an entire session about pointers, introduction. And in day 11, we'll be doing use cases with pointers. Then we'll also see about references, then structures, enumerators and all will be discussed on day 11. In day 12, we'll be moving towards character manipulations and string methods. Until day 12, it is fine. In day 13, we'll be discussing about code reusability, concepts like functions. Functions helps you to write and use the code, same code with different formats, right? Okay. And day 13 is functions. Day 14 is for functions and lambda functions. And day 15, we'll start what is the importance or advantage compared with C for C++. We have seen, right? Object-oriented programming. That we'll be starting on day 15. We'll be discussing about class and object. So we'll be starting with day 16 on inheritance and day 17 with polymorphism, day 18 with file handling, and day 19 is actually a project which is a console level application on hotel management system. So we'll be writing an entire application on console level application. So we'll be writing all the configurations. So I'll be giving you some formats to be followed, some configurations you have to compare and get in the output. So we'll be doing that on a hotel management system on day 19. On day 20, we'll be having the same on taxi booking console application. So there will be a lot of configurations you have to get through your code and you have to do it with your code. We'll be doing that. And day 21, we'll be discussing about a project which is railway ticket reservation system, which is also a console level application, which has, these things are tough. So if you are very familiar with the basics till day 18, you can easily continue with day 19, 20 and 21, which will improve your programming language, okay, your level of thinking and your logical thinking and writing your code. And this is the 21 days agenda which we are going to follow starting from today, okay. So can we start with IDE installation to kickstart with? Can we start with IDE installation? Can I get some response in chat box? Can we go and continue in this? Clear? Clear everyone? So from day 19, 20 and 21, we will be discussing some console level projects which will improve your logical thinking and how to create a console level application. Yeah. So we'll continue with IDE installation. Before that, what is an IDE? IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. Okay, integrated development environment. And integrated development environment is a software application that provides comprehensive facilities to programmers like us for software development. So for developing a software or writing your code, you need some software, right? That is called as IDE, nothing else. And it typically combines several tools, features and functionalities into a unified interface, aiming to streamline the entire process of writing, testing and debugging code. So coding writing is not like simply writing the code and then just leave it. Okay, you can just run it, but typically when you think about a software development, it is an entire life cycle, starting from creating an agenda and then you are working on a pseudo code, then you write your code, and after writing you have to check for errors, and not only that, you have to perform lot of test cases on lot of use cases. You have to perform that. After doing that, you have to verify whether all the debugging, everything is done, there is no bugs in your code, everything is fine. So for checking and configuring it and then making it available for your client, there is a lot of life cycle has to be followed for a code. And to do this, okay, so IDE, integrated development environments, helps you with lot of configurations and tools, which makes it easy for you. Okay, so starting with IDE, we are going to prefer VS Code for this entire internship. I'll be using Visual Studio Code. You can download it freely in your browser. So let us first start with VS Code. You can go into your browser and search for VS Code installation or download if you search. Okay, so you can get this particular link. Please watch through it. Download Visual Studio Code. You can click it, and this will take you to a site where you can get it. If you want, if you are using OS Windows, you can download it here. If you want it for Linux or Mac, you can click these links and you can download it. Okay, so based on your installer, you can click and download. So after downloading, you can install VS Code. So after installing it, if you search, for example, if you go into your Windows and if you search for VS Code, you will be having your Visual Studio Code application like this. Okay, and if I click it, it will be going inside of it. So the topics will also be covered when we discuss about object-oriented programming, like encapsulations. Like when we discuss entirely in those, we are allocating 3 to 4 days for object-oriented programming. Everything will be covered inside of it, don't worry. So this will be the home page of VS Code. So once you open it, it will be like this. So first what you can do is, if you don't have this as well, you can go into the Explorer on the left side. Okay, so go inside of it and you won't be having any folder right now available. Click on open folder, and if you go into open folder and click like the location for your folder, I click my local disk and I'll create a new folder in the name C++ underscore Masterclass. I'll select this folder and you can see now we are inside this folder. Okay, so now we are inside this particular folder, and we have to create a C++ file. And to create a file, you can click this particular link, which is new file. This is for creating new folder, which is secondary to it. So the first link is new file. So if you click this, it will be asking for the name. So I'll give it as first day, and the extension is important. Okay, so the extension is very important, which is .cpp. So if you type .cpp, it is going to create a C++ file. And right now we don't have a compiler. It will tell you error because we may need to install few more things. Let us continue with that. So initially we have our C++ file which is created. So can we continue with this? We have to install a few more things. So first what we have to do is we have to install some extensions in VS Code. Okay, so what you can do is, if you go into your VS Code and in the left side you have an option which is extensions. Okay, so I'll click this extensions. Okay, so if you go into this extensions, you will be having lot of, it's like a Play Store, you will be having lot of tools here. What you can do is you can search for C or C++. Okay, so if you search even C, it is going to give you the C bar C++. If you click it, I have installed it. Okay, you can click install here by clicking this, and you have themes available, extension pack, runner and all. So I'll tell you what all things you have to install. First, you can go into the left side and click this extensions, and you can search C bar C++ here. So if you search, you will be suggested with a lot of extensions. Let me tell you what all extensions you need to install. Okay, so please make sure you install from Microsoft C bar C++. Okay, And after that you have to install the C++ extension pack as well from Microsoft. Please note that down. Install this as well. That's why I have shifted to the slide. You can view it here. And you have C++ runner as well. So install this as well. So these are some of the extensions you have to install. So what are the three things? C++ runner, extension pack, and your C++. So these three things are important. Okay. Okay, you can use any IDE you want. If you want, you can go and use Turbo C++ or whatever IDE you want, you can use it. So I am going to prefer VS Code, and if you want to follow through it, you have to download VS Code and install these extensions. Please note this down. You have to go through C++, extension pack, and runner. Okay, these three things are important. After installing this, okay, it's like Play Store. You can click any extension. For example, if I want this, I have to click install. If I click this, it is going to download and install like Play Store. Fine. After installing this, okay, let me clear these extra things and let us keep it fresh for the next thing. We have our CPP here, but we can't run it right now. We need few more things because we don't have a compiler. Okay. So please listen. The compiler for C++, it is called as GCC or GNU. So the GNU compiler collection, commonly known as GCC, it is a set of compilers developed by the Free Software Foundation, and GCC is a powerful and widely used tool for compiling and building programs written in various programming languages, and it supports language like C, C++, Fortran, EDA, and others. Okay, so there are different compilers for different programming language, and for C++ we can use this GCC. So how to download this for VS Code? I'll tell you. What you can do is you can go into your browser and search, follow me, okay, VS Code C++. If you search this, it is going to take you to the documentation of VS Code. You can click in the first link, C++ programming with Visual Studio Code. Okay, so it is going to take you to this page where you can go and scroll below. It is going to tell you please install this extension, which we have already done right now. Okay, after doing this, what they are suggesting you to do is open your command prompt anywhere and search for this G++ version. Okay, so let me go into my CMD, which is command prompt, and search for GCC or G++ -- version. So if I run this, if I have it, it should tell me it is available, but right now we don't have it. Okay, this GCC or G++ -- version, both things are not available right now because the compiler hasn't been installed. So let me first install it. So to install this thing, what you can do is scroll below and go, for example, if you want for Mac OS, go into the Clang tutorial. For Linux, go to GCC tutorial. And for Windows, mine, I'll go into the MinGW tutorial. I'll click this link. It will take me into the next page where what I have to do is this extensions and all I have done. You have to follow the steps. You can watch this video or you can click this direct link to installer. So first let me click this direct link to installer. Please follow through it. So it is going to download application, and once this application is downloaded, I can install and run and complete the installation of my compiler. Okay, VS Code is easy. You can run whatever language you want. So that's why we prefer VS Code, and it has some good UI, so it looks good in the color as well. So it creates an interesting mood for you to write code. Okay, so see here, this has been installed, so it has been downloaded. Let me click it. This is the setup. I can click next. This path is important. In C folder you will be installed in mysys64. I'll click next, and you can click next, and it will be started installing. Okay, so what I have done, I went into Windows MinGW installation and scrolled below and click this link below this video, direct link to the installer, mysys2 page. Okay, clear? So let it install. And when this is installing, in the meantime, I want to show you guys about another update, and that is nothing but you can convert this masterclass from YouTube into 1 month certified internship on C++ programming. So what all benefits you get if you join this internship? You will be getting 30 days of live sessions. It is 30 totally. 90 days of access to all the records. Source code, whatever code we write every day, you can download it and use it. The project files, codes and all, you can get it. So we will be having a hackathon session to clarify your doubt. So we'll be having 4 hackathon with coding interview sessions. So these hackathons, you can clarify your doubt. At the same time, you can also watch the coding interview sessions. We'll be discussing the coding parts. And also for the internship users, we are providing 5 additional data structures and algorithms, DSA topics. You'll be getting downloadable presentations, internship confirmation letter, and then internship certification on C++ programming if you join this internship. And the registration fee is actually 1,999, and we are providing a limited offer discounted fee of 899. So this offer is available for a few days. You can get it in this fee at 899 and get certified and join as an internship user and get benefited. The registration link is posted in chat box. It is a small pay for your career growth. You can get certified, at the same time you can get personalized support by joining as an internship user. So in this internship, if you click that link, it will be directing you and you can fill the details and join this 1-month internship on C++ programming. So till day 21, you will be having those contents. After that, on day 22, we'll be discussing about data structures, big O notation, linked lists, stacks, queues, sorting algorithms, searching algorithms, trees and graphs. And also, we also have 4 weekend interview coding questions and hackathon to clarify your doubt, at the same time prepare for coding in a logical way. You can join the Zoom sessions. It is particularly for the internship users. So you can convert this masterclass into 1-month certified internship on C++. What all benefits you get? You get 30 days content, 21 days along with DSA contents. Along with that, you will be hitting hackathons, 90 days of access to these records, source codes of projects and downloadables, hackathons with coding interview sessions, DSA topics, additionally downloadable presentations, internship confirmation letter, and then internship certification when you complete this internship. And registration link is posted in chat box. This comes at a discounted fee of 899. So if you are interested, you can get certified in C++ by utilizing the link which is provided in chat box. So we'll continue with the installation. So this setup has been completed. Okay, so you can finish this, and what you can see is a command prompt like a template will be opening for you. So what you have to do is you can scroll below. Okay, this is where we have downloaded and installed this, right? If you scroll below, it is going to tell you that in the terminal, please run this command. So I'll copy this command. Okay, and I'm going to run this. You can't use Ctrl V, you have to actually paste it manually with right click. Please paste this command and press enter. It is going to ask you for confirmation. Here also press enter. Okay, once again I have copied this and pasted in what I have installed in this command prompt. I have installed this and I'll press enter. It is asking for confirmation. Please provide Y, which is yes, and press enter. It is going to download all the necessary compiler parts. Okay, so let it do, and once again I'll explain the steps. Okay, can we continue with the steps once again, guys? Can we continue? Is it clear till now? Can we rewatch this once again till it installs? Can I get some response in chat box? Can I get some response? Yes, it is installing. So what I have done, first we went into installation where we have first downloaded VS Code, and then in extensions we have gone with C#, extension pack, runner and all. So these are extensions, and after that, okay, we have to install the GCC compiler. So what we done, we moved into the browser and searched for VS Code. Okay, VS Code C++. I have searched for this and went into the first link. Okay, so you can scroll below. You have installed this extension. I'll scroll below and search for this min-GW tutorial, and it me took into this page where below this video I have this direct link to the installer. I have installed this and this command in the terminal. That's it, just that. Okay, it is downloading and it is going to complete. Once it is completed, there are few small steps to consider. Okay, we'll do that and that will be it. Only the installation is for the first time. So once you do that, you can be comfortably go by running with your code. So we'll wait for this to complete. At the same time, is it clear till now, guys? If you want personalized support and get additional contents and certification in C++, you can join the internship. Clear? The link for internship is pinned in the chat box comment. So those who want or wish to get certified at the same time with additional contents, you can join the internship. So it is installing. Let us wait for it to complete. Clear? And can anyone post what all steps we have followed? Just a glimpse of what all we have followed for this installation till now. Can you post in chat box? Like starting from VS Code, right? VS Code installation, then extensions. Okay. Can you guys post down the names of extensions? Have you noted it down? And see here, it has been completed now. So what I can do is I can simply close this. That's it. But there are a few more steps. What you can do is you have to go inside your C folder, OSC. And if you remember, it has installed in my sys64. Remember, right now it has been installed. So I'll click into it. Here you have to search for min_gw64. Here you have your ucrt64. This is important. This is the folder you want to go inside. Go inside of this ucrt64 and search for the bin folder. Okay. Inside bin folder, you have to copy this entire path. Don't worry, this is also available in their site itself. If you look this, after this installation, if you scroll below, they provided the same site, okay, same directory. See inside my 664, ucrt64 inside of that bin. This is the location of your compiler which you have to copy. Okay, so just copy this, or you can copy it from your C folder inside this bin. And what you can do is you can search for environment variable. See here, I am searching for edit the environment variable, which is important. So go into the environment variables. And you have to click this environment variable. Please watch this carefully. Click this environment variables. It will be opening this. You have to go into, by scrolling below, you have to find path in the system variable. So click the path and double click. You will be having lot of path here. You want to paste it here. So I already have it. So I'll just do it once again. If you will be won't having it because you are doing it at the beginning. So you can just paste it here and press OK. And OK, that's it. Okay. What we have done, we have copied this. Went into environment variables, edit the environment variable, and I have clicked this environment variable, and I went into the path and I have pasted it. Okay, I double clicked on the path, opened it, and I have pasted it and press OK. That's it. So this is completed. If you want, you can go into your CMD right now. In your command prompt, okay, search for G++ -- version. What do we have here? It is telling me it is not available. It is showing me that it is available and it has been installed. You can also search for GCC, okay, -- version. Now we have installed the compiler and it is successful. There is only one few small step remaining for your VS Code. What you have to do is just close this. After this installation, just close your VS Code and restart it once again. Okay, go into your VS Code once again. And we have it here. So now the configurations will be done. It will be searching, and let me write a simple code and I'll explain you later. First, let us check whether it is working or not. Okay, so first I'll use #include iostream. Okay, I will explain this. First, I'll write this simple code. Int main curly braces, I'll return 0. Okay, so this is a basic code which actually does nothing. So let me click this run code option here. Okay, so it is running. Okay, and there is no issue. So if you haven't installed this properly, you will be getting error. So please make sure finally you close your VS Code and restart it once again, and you can go and use this run code. Okay, so whatever programming language you learn, what do you do at the beginning? We use one small thing which we used to do and print it in the console, right? Do you guys know what it is? Can I know? There is one cliche thing, whenever you start writing or learning a programming language, everyone teaches or learns it by executing a first step of code. Okay, it is like a child who is calling his mother, like write that, right? What it is, you can use and show, which is nothing but hello world. Remember, hello world, whatever language we use. So I'll use standard C out, hello world. Okay, so we have started this hello world, and let me execute this. And yeah, in my console I'm getting hello world. So how or what is this syntax? Let us continue with it. Okay, so let us learn what all these things, how I have executed this, what is the basic syntax in this session, and the remaining things we'll be seeing in the next session. So continuing with the session, and please remember, you can also convert this masterclass into 1 month certified internship on C++ if you are interested. The link is posted in chat box, so you can utilize that. You will be getting additional contents as well, along with Zoom sessions to interview coding questions and hackathon. And in next months and all, we can expect lot of interviews coming on, so you can clear and get ready with your basics. Lot of interviews ask basics, and you have to be clever and clear in your basics. You can join this internship, which will be boost for you with certification as well. The registration link is actually posted in chat box. You can get it in a discounted fee of $899, which is available as a limited offer for a few days, so you can utilize this and get it ASAP. So continuing with syntax. So what is the basic syntax? Okay, so syntax is the set of rules that define. What is syntax actually? Syntax means like a grammar. Okay, syntax is the set of rules that define what the various combinations of symbols mean. So this tells the computer how to read the code, because we are writing something in English, okay, but the computer needs to understand, the compiler needs to convert it into assembly language, that will be converted into machine language, and it will be executed in your hardware, right? So it should be properly follow it. And if you want to follow, you have to go through a syntax. And this syntax is the set of rules that define what the various combinations of symbols mean. And this tells the computer how to read the code. And syntax refers to concept in writing code dealing with a very specific set of words and very specific order to those words when we give the computer instructions. And once again, guys, the attendance link, please wait, attendance link will be posted. We are in a journey and we want to convert this till day 21. We have a lot of things to cover. Okay, so in day 1 I am planning to complete with syntax. So by the end, the attendance link will be posted, and after that I have a LinkedIn community as well. I want all of you guys to join to get benefited. It is for free. I'll be giving that by the end, so please wait and watch the syntax. So apart from these attendance requests, are you guys clear till now regarding the installation? Can I get some response in chat box? Clear till now? Can we continue, guys, on syntax? So syntax is the grammar, or it's the set of rules how your code need to be executed by your computer. And the basic syntax for C++ is this. Okay, if you want to print hello world, we have utilized this. We have performed hash include IO stream. So there is a respective meaning for it and there is a use for it. And then we moved into integer main. Okay, and we moved into standard cout and we performed hello world. By the end, we also returned 0. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the response in chat box. It is good to get some good responses in chat box. Yeah, very enthusiasm can be seen. Please continue. We'll be completing it in a few, like 10 minutes. Okay, within 10 minutes. Please wait. So let us understand what these things are. So first we have included a hash include IO stream, right? It is a header file. So this at the beginning we used to write include, okay? And not only IO stream, we have a lot of header files which we will be adding later on. So they have some respective applications. We'll be seeing that. And this IO stream is for input output streams, okay? For getting input and providing output in the console, we can use this hash include IO stream, which is a header file. And later on we'll be learning about namespaces, which can also be written at the top. After that we'll be writing a main function. What is this main actually? So by default, okay, when you write your C or when you run your C++ file, the compiler will be searching for your main program. Okay, so the main function will be executed at the beginning. Okay, it is the first file which will be executed. So whatever you want to perform, you have to write inside of main, and by default this executes as a integer, as a number. Okay, so this has been declared as a integer. So int main, you have to provide this parenthesis, which is important, and you have to start a curly brace, and this curly brace will be ending by the end. So anything inside will be ran. Okay, Clear about the syntax? First we use hash include to include any header files. Right now we are using input output stream for showing the output right now. And we will be using int main. So the main will be executed by the compiler, and anything inside these curly braces will be executed, and by default it will return an integer. That's why we will return 0, which means if this return 0 will be entered at the last, okay, before completing we will write this return 0, which is not mandatory. Still, return 0 means if your code has been executed successfully without any error, your compiler is going to return 0. Okay, so that's why we return 0. If everything is successful, we'll be getting 0, no error, everything is done. And anything before this or anything beyond this inside of this will be executed. And this is a command to show you in the output. Let us see that. Okay, this is the body of your main file where you can perform lot of coding part. We will be utilizing that. So what is this IO stream actually? It stands for input output stream, and it is commonly used for console input and output as well as file input and output. And this header file is responsible for showing output in the console. Okay, and this standard we have used, right, for standard cout. What is that standard? The standard in C++ refers to standard namespace. It contains some built-in configuration, some predefined code, okay, and declared functions, which is helpful for us to utilize some things. Like it will be used with scope resolution operator. What is this? This double colon is called a scope resolution operator. It is called after standard and then scope resolution operator. You have a lot of options. So one such option is cout. What does that do? Cout performs console output. So if I write anything to this, it is going to perform console output. So what is the output? I'm getting hello world. If I ask it to output hello world, it will show console output hello world. It has done. But what is this double less than symbol? Okay, it's a left shift operator. What does that do is, it is known as the stream insertion operator. Okay, it is used in standard input and output as well. What this does is, it takes whatever on the right side of this, it will pick that and it will insert it into the left hand side. Simple. What do we have here on the right hand side? We have hello world. It will pick that, it will insert it into the left hand side, which is standard cout. What does standard cout will do? Cout will display it in the console output, right? So it picks hello world and display it in the output and return 0. Your code is completed. Okay, so if I run this, I'll be getting hello world, and I'll also mention thanks for attending day 1. Okay, so this is the basic syntax. Whatever is available on the right hand side will be picked by this and inserted into the left side, and it is outputted. And that is what your entire main function, which will be executed at the beginning. It is the entry point for your compiler to compile the code. So everything is done, and finally return 0. And if you remember, we are using a colon, a semicolon here. If you don't go with this colon, you will be getting error. See here, if I don't go with that, if I run this, I will be getting expected end here, because this colon is something like the terminator. Okay, so it terminates that particular line, which is important. If you don't go with that, you will be getting error. Also return 0, you also mention, you need to mention this semicolon, which is the programming language. Here it is the statement terminator. Okay, so regarding other things we will see in the next session. And once again, if you are an individual who are interested to convert this 21 days YouTube masterclass into 1 month certified internship on C++, you can join and convert this into 30 days. We'll be getting 30 days of live sessions, 90 days of access to all the records, source codes and project files, all the code. What I have written today, it will be given you in the downloadables. Till day 30, it will be followed. 4 hackathon with coding interview sessions every weekend we'll be having in Zoom, where you can clarify your doubt. You will also have 5 additional DSA topics, downloadable PPTs, internship confirmation letter, and then internship certification. Confirmation letter will be in the joining, and then internship confirmation and certification when you complete the internship. So if you go with a registration fee, like it is actually 1,999. Okay, so you can go with a discounted fee of 899, which is available as a limited offer. The registration link is posted in chat box. You can utilize that. You can join as an internship user. So the link is posted in chat box, and These are the additional DSA topics, data structures and algorithms, on day 22 till day 26, and Zoom sessions to clarify your doubts, and interview coding questions will be discussed, and it is focused on, yeah. So that's it about this. And before completing this, I hope you guys got your attendance link. So those who got the attendance link, please mark your attendance and come back. So this is a time for Q&A. So if you have any questions, I am ready to answer. You can post your doubts, queries in chat box now. This is a time for Q&A. And the session timing is actually from 7 to 7:45, and if required, we'll be extending it till 8. So please make sure, if you are interested to learn, this 15 minutes won't be a matter to you. Fine. So any doubts you want to clarify, you can post in the chat box. I'm waiting to answer. Yes. And we also have a LinkedIn community link will be posted. So please wait, mark your attendance and come back. The attendance link is available in chat box. Please make sure you are posting your attendance, and we are having a community in LinkedIn which is free for to join. You can get a lot of updates, and a lot of projects updates will be posted there. So it has been freshly started, and I am welcoming the members. I am also available there. If you have queries as well, anyone can post it there and it will be sorted down. So utilize that. The link for that is provided in chat box, a LinkedIn group. You can give request, it will be accepted by our teammates soon. C++ programming, it is a LinkedIn group from our side, so please join the community. So any doubts as well, you can utilize this time to post it in chat box. I hope, how did day 1 went? I need some responses. I hope in between I went a little bit faster and then I slowed the pace, and I hope we did a great job, right? So I expect the same continuation from day 1 till day 21. And if you are interested, you can also convert this into a certified internship on C++, into a 1-month internship with additional topics, interview coding questions, also certifications, downloadable PPTs, code files, internship certification at a discounted fee of $899. Okay, so the registration link is posted in chat box. It is a limited offer. Don't worry about the missed topics. It will be covered together in class and object. We are having 3 to 4 days together. The registration link for this internship is posted in chat box. You can utilize that. And I have also posted a LinkedIn community link which you can join. Thank you all. Any reviews about day 1, how it went? You can use whatever IDE you want, no issues. Okay, that's up to you. So the syntax, I'll explain the basic syntax. So we start with IO stream, which is a header file which is responsible for output showing into your console. From this hash include IO stream only, we are using this standard cout. Okay, so main is the file which is executed by your compiler. It will search for the main file and whatever inside will be executed. So I'll start with standard C output. Okay, hello world. So this operator will help you to shift from right hand side into left hand side. So this hello world is taken and inserted into C out, which displayed in the output, and finally we are returning 0. Okay, and that's it. That's the basic syntax. Thank you all. Thank you for joining, and I hope we have done a great Q&A session, and the LinkedIn link is also posted. Please join that. We'll see you there. If you have any queries, please post down there. We'll also discuss it there. And please make sure before coming into tomorrow's session, you install your VS Code or your IDE and make sure everything is ready for our next tasks from day 2. Thank you all. So some of the important links are attendance link, LinkedIn link, community, and internship link. If you want internship certification at this golden time, you can utilize that link as well. So these are some important links. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all. Yeah, printf can also be used like C programming, but in C++ you have additional options like cout as well. There are some differences. We'll see that in the upcoming sessions. Thank you. Thank you all.